Hello, my name is Iain Grae, and today on the 5-Minute Bark, I'm going to share with you how I went from living in what could be described as hell on earth to changing practices and modalities that I did on a daily basis to usher in heaven and earth so that you can do the same. If I had children and I was a father, then I would stop for a second and say, how am I showing up as the best dad right now? And I would look to somebody that models that and that is a role model for being a great dad. And what would they do in this situation? Those wristbands that were out, that what would Jesus do, is a great example. However, I would more venture, who would Jesus be in this moment? Or whatever the role is. If as a boss, when I'm working with my employees, I'd actually look at them as my team members, my equals. And I'm actually, who am I being in this moment is just someone to hold the space so they can actually express their ideas and actually take ownership of their projects that they're working on. It's the same thing with my wife, and she does the same thing to me. Last night, I fell asleep. I was God sleeping for a minute. We were talking about getting Schitt's Creek on Netflix, and to me, it wasn't worth getting because it's going to be out a couple weeks free. And she wanted to pay. She said, it's only $2.99, and I fell asleep into this, and was getting abrasive about it. And she was just offering me another perspective. And she actually just sat there and held space and promised me that she was just offering me another perspective. And in a moment, I went from standing up about to storm out of the room to actually pausing, wait, who am I being right now? And I realized that I had a program running from childhood that I had watched my mother and father argue. My father would always argue about money. $2.99, that means nothing to me. I spent $299 on dinner regularly here in Miami. So I realized that I was just running this program, and I had to just snap myself out of it and just apologize and embrace her and thank her for holding me in my highest self. Now, the thing is, there's not always somebody around me to do that. And that's why it's so important that I do that for myself and then do that for the people around me. And when I do that and hold them in their highest self, rather than attacking and saying what they're doing, I might ask questions so they come to their own revelation in who they're being in this moment. So it's a fun thing to play around with. It takes a ton of practice, and I'm finally starting to get a real good knack at it, which allows me to just continuously make those errors but correct them even more quickly and get right back into the mode of heaven on earth.